Hello, everyone. Hello, ladies of the Ladies Lounge and gentlemen, as always, of course.
And hello, everybody, especially Tiffany, and to everybody watching. Happy Fridays.
Happy Friday. I was just talking to Viv. I've just come off of 5 days of the Access Consciousness Certified Facilitator training, which was happening on Houston time, Texas, starts at 12:30 a.m. in Australia. So you might have to excuse me. I'm a little bit snotty and my brain is like, different, shall we say. So
it's so funny. I've had a lot of people, both of us have been doing Access and attending classes for a very long time. And, some people say to me, are you doing another class? Like, aren't you getting it? And it's with the state of play on the earth at the moment, with the state of play of people's lives and what's up currently, with Corona and finances, and if you're in Australia, the whole JobKeeper, and the world economies are in complete chaos, or probably is more a descriptive word, but we're so in tune with what's happening on the planet, even if we don't cognitively get that. So, what is it that's up in your world right now that may not be yours, but it's like a really intense energy or awareness that's popping? So I wonder what facilitate.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that, us and our bodies. I think for a lot of us, our bodies have awarenesses that we don't necessarily know how to tap into, or, and again, these tools that, like you said, Viv, we have been playing with for many, many, many years are just such a huge gift in actually like giving you tools to know what's going on for you. Because for most of you, any of you guys listening to this now or in the future, you probably have like 1 billion times more awareness than you have ever been given credit for.
Yeah, and I know for me, without the tools, I seriously thought I was going completely batshit crazy. I really thought I was just losing my mind. I was turning into a hypochondriac. I was freaking out about things, and I knew it wasn't me. But when you have that intensity of awareness, and especially like you say, Tiff, when there's stuff going on with your body, it's so easy to come to conclusion about, oh, it's the gardening. I was gardening yesterday, or we try and attach some kind of logical, rational reason, which, hey, look, there might be that, but there could be something beyond that. And so, the people that I've been working with recently, they're coming in almost verging on trauma. They're traumatized with just the barrage of information and the barrage of stress and the barrage of the energetic information that's out there in the ethers all the time. But like you say, if we don't have the awareness that A, we're aware, and B, to ask a question and have tools to keep your own reality and your own space and your own sanity, you can really be at the effect of it and feel like you're just this piece of tumbleweed blowing through each day.
Yeah. And, we've kind of titled this Facebook Live, Turning Problems into Possibilities. And it's like, how many of the problems that you think you have right now aren't actually yours, but you're so aware of the difficulties that is going on for so many people now, because the world's in a state of change, so all of the problems that you think are yours that actually aren't, you can just ask a question. Is this even mine?
Yeah, and if there's stuff going on with your body as well, it's like, okay, what am I aware of? What awareness is my body gifting me? And it's like, I think a lot of people kind of shut off their awareness and, avoid and distract and do other things, anything, because they don't know what to do with that awareness. And so drinking, smoking, eating, the go-tos that we are our coping mechanisms, I guess. A lot of people are realizing this isn't working. This isn't changing anything. And so how do you turn a problem into a possibility?
Yeah.
And it's just recognizing, okay, am I making this a problem when it isn't? Is this a possibility in disguise? Or even my favorite question of all, what else is possible? So rather than buying people's points of view, listening too much to the television or the media and getting reactive to that, because that's the other thing. So many people are in this kind of highly reactive, anticipatory, almost that they're kind of almost battening down the hatches, waiting for the next, okay, what's next? Because of the unpredictability. So what if that unpredictability could actually be a possibility or many possibilities for you?
Yeah. And, it's like one of the things I want to point out about all the things you just said, Viv, is that everything that you said was a question. Like, it's like, if we're looking at, okay, so how do I turn problems into possibility? The place you want to start is question. The first question you want to ask is this actually a problem? Or maybe, is this mine? Or both of those. And then, okay, so if this wasn't a problem, then what else could be possible?
And it's such a simple tool. But again, when we're in reaction, the adrenaline's pumping, we're stressing, our mind just goes from conclusion to conclusion to conclusion. And if you haven't noticed, it loves to create crap. It loves to often go to the worst case scenario. And it's like this, oh my God, it's just this thing that's just scattering itself like popcorn going off in a hot pan, or in the microwave. It's rather than, what else is possible here that I haven't considered before?
And you know what? It's like you create your reality. So everything that you think, everything that you say, every reaction you go into, you literally create your future with that. So it's like, how many problems are you using to create your future as that actually are not even your problems in the first place?
That's
yeah. And what if you could, it's like, what can we contribute energetically right now to you? What can we contribute with everything that we have available and would like you to have with all of these access consciousness tools? It's like, possibilities exist everywhere, in every single moment, no matter what's going on in your life, no matter what's going on in the world. But it's like, if you surround yourself with, like if you watch the news religiously, for example, it's like, well, how much possibility do you see there? Or is it just like problem, disaster, problem? Here's the terrible things that's happening now in the future. It's like, well, what is that really the only reality that exists? Or, is there a reality possible that is possible that you would like to create? And you know what? You can.
And I get, sorry, Tiff, you go.
No, I just said it again. You can. You can.
And if your brain's going, how right now? Well, how do I, because a lot of people are kind of caught in that tug of war between having their own reality and being joyful and being grateful and asking questions and having that space of lightness. And then they'll hear something, or they'll have a conversation with somebody, or they become aware of something. And it's like this, the concertina, it goes out and then it goes in, and then it goes out and then it goes in. So the moment you sense that your world is starting to contract, or you start to worry, or something's going on with your body, okay, well, what else is possible here that I haven't considered? What possibilities exist here that I can tap into? And it's not that you're going to get a cognitive, logical answer, but just the fact that you're going, no, I'm keeping my concertina out. I'm keeping my space. Yeah. And it's a muscle. It's a muscle to build, We're not taught to be the question.
And I mean, yes, it is a muscle to build, and it's so easy. Like if you're just willing to commit to, every time you notice that you're going into some sort of limitation or problem, stop. Okay, all right, stop. What question can I ask here that will turn this problem into a possibility? That's it. And then continue with your day and be as happy as you possibly can, because that also creates more. Being the lightness, being the joy allows things to show up for you. But it's like, you have a world of possibilities and universes of consciousness, whatever the hell that means, just waiting for you to ask a question. So everything can contribute to you having a life of ease and joy and glory. And it's like, even in these times where everything seems dire and impossible, and, you know, your job might have stopped being what it was, and all your money's changed, it's like there's always something else possible if you're willing to ask and receive.
Yeah, and beautifully said, Tiff. Absolutely beautifully said. And it's that, you know, when people are in reaction and their stress levels are going through the roof, when you are aware of that in your own world, so you're developing a level of awareness and presence with yourself to go, hang on, I was trucking along this path of lightness and possibility and creation and a better joy. And so we have this joy of possibility and the joy of creation and the joy of choice. And when we feel that those are being compressed or controlled or diminished, we start to get really down, and we can kind of be a lot more at the effect of the outside world. And so recognizing that everything is choice, problem or possibility, everything is a choice.
Yes.
And it's just constantly going to, well, what else is possible here that I haven't considered yet? And yes. I very lightheartedly, I like to live my life as lightly as I can. And with a lot of people that I've been seeing in clinic recently, it's like, look, you know, if you've watched Monty Python's Meaning of Life, it's like crucifixion on the left, freedom on the right. And basically it's a choice. You know, there's a part in the movie, if you haven't watched Life of Brian, there's a part in the movie where all these people are dragging their crosses and they're about to be taken up on the cross to be crucified. And the guy's standing there with his little book at the end of it going, okay, crucifixion on the left, freedom on the right. And they're like, it's a choice. And they just went, they chucked the cross and ran off. You know, and other people went, oh, I've got to go and stand on my cross. It's like, it's a choice.
Yeah. So everything that stops you from recognizing that you can throw the cross and choose freedom, you know, it's like, let's, you know, let go of all of that stuff and pock and pot it all. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, turning problems into possibilities. What if you have capacities to always look for something greater? What if you'd acknowledge that you've always known something greater is possible? Like you said, despite what we're facing right now, despite what's being injected and inserted into people's lives every single day, maybe turn the news off. Maybe if you need to watch it once a day. You know, I have chosen to limit as much as possible my exposure to what is being spread out there. I'm aware of it. I'm not cutting off my awareness of it, but I know for me, I'm too sensitive. I'm highly aware of what is being created with the media or the news or people's conversation, because it's this level of fear and the uncertainty, because, you know, we're a lot more emotionally reactive and a lot less stable in our own world. So, you know, our desires by doing these is just to, you know, hopefully touch into your world and go, you know what, we know it's a bit crazy out there right now, and there's always something greater available.
Yes. And how can you use your lady wiles? And, you know, it's like Viv and I recently did a book club and exploration on Gary Douglas's book, The Lady. And there is so much in that book, and so much invitation to a different possibility of this thing of being a lady, being this space of relaxation, knowing that you can create your own reality. And you know, it's like when you're talking about the news thing too, it's like, if you choose to watch it from total presence and awareness, and know that if it doesn't make you feel lighter and doesn't give you a sense of expansion and joy, it's not true for you. Truth will always make you feel lighter, what's true for you, and what's a lie will always make you feel heavier. So watch it with awareness, try not to go into reaction, and look at, okay, how much of this makes me feel lighter and gives me a sense of expansion? And then you'll know what's true for you and what's not. Yeah.
And the other gift, I mean, there's many, many gifts that have come out of the last 6 months or however long it's been, but there's this sense of, you know who you are, despite all the cacophony of whatever's going on around you. Are you willing to acknowledge that you actually have a sense of your reality and who you are? You know how you feel. You know when you're being you. It's like, hang on, that's not me. And the moment that clankiness or the funkiness or the stress or the worry or whatever it is starts to creep in, that's the ideal time to go, no, let's pull the concertina out. No, this is my reality. What can I choose today that's fun? What can I choose today that's going to put a smile on my face or lighten my day?
Mm.
Who can I reach out to?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, question. Everything that you just asked then were questions. So, and again, through this whole, corona, schmarona, bizzo, there have been people who have not bought into, the problem and the devastation and the heaviness of it all. And they have created a life that is thriving. They're creating their reality as thriving in a way where other people are like grabbing on and they're like, oh my God, I'm not surviving. So it's like, what can you be? What can you choose? What questions can you ask that will turn problems into possibilities and allow you to thrive?
Right at the beginning of Corona, when I, realized that, okay, well, the clinic will have to shut down. Obviously, you can't touch anybody or whatever. It's like the question I asked was, right, what's it going to take to create way more through this period of time? And what's it going to take to create way more money showing up? And literally money has shown up in the most random, most miraculous, most amazing of ways. And again, it's the question. It's not a linear, oh, I can't work, so therefore I've got no money. Your point of view creates your reality. So that level of thrival, it's almost like, and I don't like this word, but it's one that people can relate to. It's like if your mindset is of thrival and prosperity and possibility, you're always going to look for the possibilities that are waiting for us that may not have had chance to show up until now. So that energy of thrival is that enthusiasm to live. It's the enthusiasm to get out there and go, oh my God, look at the sky, hear the birds. It's that level of enthusiasm and engaging with what is true and real for you, regardless of what's going on around you. So, what level of thrival can you now tap into and ask for? And nature, I always look at nature because there is this constant generative state of growth, even in winter. Even in the depths of snow up in the Scandinavian countries, there's still so much life and things going on below the surface that we may not see. So what if you'd allow yourself to tap into and ask for that energy of thrival to show up in your world? What would it take for my finances to thrive? What would it take for my business to thrive? What would it take for my possibilities to thrive?
Yeah, absolutely. Love it.
And if you're looking for inspiration, just hop into the Ladies Lounge. I generally put a few questions in there, a couple of times a week, or, there's things of inspiration, touch into other things that inspire you or elevate you, that keep you elevated in the space that is you. It might be listening to classical music. It could be just putting on something on the telly that makes you laugh, or choose those things that nurture thrival, even if things are looking different financially for you, or you possibly, what you thought was going to be your future. If that's taken a huge, U-turn, what else can you insert into your life that will invite and ignite that sense of thrival, regardless of what's happening around you?
Absolutely. Even if it's just watching this again and picking out some of the questions that Viv and I have offered and putting them around your house, it's like you can choose something different, and it is available, and be gentle with yourself in the process and just keep choosing.
And know that your lightness and your laughter and your irreverence is one of the greatest gifts that you can be for you right now, and also for the planet.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool conversation, Tiff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
As always, we might get to play together soon.
Yes, that's very exciting. The Queensland border just opened up to just my part of New South Wales.
Funny that.
Yes. So we've been asking questions about being able to play together again. So it's all very exciting.
Yay.
Lovely. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for being here, and enjoy.
Thank you, everybody. And just keep being you.
Ciao.
Thanks, Tiff. Bye, hon.
Bye.